hope this means we're going someplace fun.
That sounds good. But unfortunately, no. Sorry.
What, business? Since when?
It just came up. How's Zach? Is he still cheering for Hayward?
He's not changing his mind, and Kendall's right there with him. But it's not bringing them any closer.
You see, that's Hayward right there. He gives you life, and then he takes away any chance you can possibly have at being happy. I will call you from the airport, okay?
Hey, this isn't a business trip, is it? It's about David.
We're all grateful that David saved Zach, right? But he may be involved in the plane going down in the first place. Don't you see that?
Yeah, but if you start digging into this...
If I start digging into it, I might find enough evidence that can put the bastard away for good.
I really don't want you to do this.
What's going on? It's like you're afraid to find out the answers, you and the rest of this town. This is exactly what David Hayward wants. You're playing right into his hand. The only way that Hayward can come between us is if we let him.
Which is why I want you to stay away from all of this.
Aren't you still angry that he tried to make you believe that Leo was alive?
Listen, I made it clear to him that even if Leo were to come back, my heart is with you.
I know that. And now David knows it too.
There was a time when people thought that Ryan would never get over losing Gillian. Who knows? Maybe he never has.
You don't have Gillian.
You sure about that?
Greenlee? Are you okay?
Listen, we gotta nail him. Whatever we have to do, we cannot let that son of a bitch take down my sister. So not only has Kara agreed to work with David, he's manipulating her.
Well, that's what David does. Am I right?
Yeah, well, I know what David does, but you have to be smart about it. He's expecting you to come down on Kara, which will only push her closer to him. So just back off a little bit.
I can't do that.
Griffin, wait one second. Look, I know you don't want me to do this, but the man has to be stopped.
Hi. Let me guess. My brother sent you?
Before you start working with David, just a couple things you need to know.
Well, I've heard it all, and I don't know. It's good enough for me. He saves lives. End of story.
But it's not the end. Once he knows your weakness, it's just the beginning.
Beginning to understand why David feels ganged up on by the people in this town.
Because of all the pain he's caused.
What about the good that he's done? Doesn't that count for anything? He saved your life. Where's the gratitude?
One day you'll be having this conversation with another woman, trying to explain how evil David is, and you'll get frustrated because she won't listen to you either. She'll have to experience that evil firsthand, just like you will.
After urging me to stay away from Hayward, the very last thing that I expected to see was you to show up there and warn Kara against him.
Yeah, well, I've been trying to talk myself into the delusion that David couldn't hurt anyone anymore, including me.
He's not gonna hurt you.
You don't know that.
What did he say to scare you?
He told me Gillian could be alive.
Gillian? That's ridiculous. David is just really desperate.
Or maybe you loved her so much. I remember. I know you remember. You think about it, if David's telling the truth.
He's not. Okay? We need to stick together. If we do that, David cannot touch us.
You ready for bed?
I'll be up in a minute, okay?